Hi, everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and it is Warp Tuesday, which means we're going to talk about Star Trek. And what else could we talk about on this Warp Tuesday but two new episodes of Star Trek? So I hope that you've all had a chance to get out there and watch Hegemony Part 2 and Wedding Bell Blues, because we're going to just take a little bit of time here to talk about what we liked about them, or what I liked about them, and I guess what we're looking forward to going forward. And I think that these two episodes really gave me a good impression of kind of what this season is going to be about, right? And I like that we had this kind of two-part premiere too, because Hegemony Part 2 is it's a fairly dark episode, right? There's a lot going on. You've got a narrow escape from the Gorn. You've got a rescue mission. You've got people being melted with acid and little pods, very creepy. And then, of course, the whole Gorns popping out of the back of Captain Patel. So, a lot going on there. And it does all come down to a very, good conclusion in the end, of course. A very exciting conclusion that I think just was kind of like a perfect ending to that arc, right? And then perfect follow up was Wedding Bell Blues. Now, Wedding Bell Blues for me, I don't know. I kind of feel almost like that's like the real season 3 premiere, right? Because the first one, it's like the end of that arc that started in season 2. So now we're getting a time jump, and we're getting to see that kind of bottle episode deal that Strange New Worlds, I think, does really well. So, and we're actually going to see if we can't find some screen caps here for this one, because there was a lot going on in this one that was pretty good, and a fair amount of humor too, right? And that's good that they brought that in again to put against the darker first episode, right? So in this one, of course, you have there's like a big ceremony coming up, something important, and they are preparing for that. And Spock is anxiously awaiting the return of Nurse Chapel, who's been away for 3 months, right? So when she comes back with this Roger Corby. But then something happens, and basically, like, the reality gets shifted. So this is when it gets really, really fun. And you kind of know right off the bat too that what is going on, right? Well, it's fun because for us as the watcher, we know exactly what's going on right away. But for everyone else on the Enterprise, they're seeing something completely different. So here we go. We've got Rhys Darby. And if you're not familiar with Rhys Darby, then you should go watch some Flight of the Conchords. That is where I first was introduced to him, and he is absolutely hilarious. I mean, the whole show is hilarious, and he's been in plenty of things since then. But he pops up here, making some mischief, right, and just does a fantastic job, chewing the scenery, and again, as Star Trek fans, you're looking at him and you're seeing his dress, and you're seeing his hair, and you're seeing his mannerisms and everything like that, and it becomes immediately clear that we're dealing with Trelane, like a younger Trelane here, right? So the episode continues on with lots of little just funny little bits that happen, right? Eventually, Roger Corby is kind of let into the whole reality situation, right? I think he gets punched in the face or something. And that's how he kind of is able to then see that they're in this alternate reality, right? Oh wait, here we go. Boom. See, with that punch in the face, now all of a sudden he knows that this is not the correct reality. To the rest of the crew, I don't think I can find a quick picture of this, but he keeps popping up as a just a different person. Like the wedding planner, he looks like an Andorian to them. But then for us watching, of course, we get to see him in his normal Tree Lane outfit here. So just a very fun episode altogether. Again, lots of laughs. Love to see Pike in his the green uniform. Very cool. That's another thing that I will say about Strange New Worlds, which I really love. The costumes, the uniforms, the sets, all of it, just so well done, right? And see, even again here, look, just with let's get right here. Look at this. You got the dress. Oh, you can't see it because I'm in the way. Get out of the way. I'll be this guy right now. You got the dress uniform for Pike here, Spock's little marriage robes, and then of course, let's go back. Let's look at some other stuff here. Here's some of the other guests in the audience. Like, look, just everybody's little outfits, all these awesome little wedding outfits. You've got some well-dressed Bolians and some well-dressed Vulcans here. Eventually, Roger Corby gets turned into a dog. So, it's just typical. If you've seen a Q episode, you know these shenanigans, right? And I love at the end how basically his dad shows up, Q shows up, and they, of course, the voice of John Delancey to kind of solve everything in the end, and just again, a very fun episode, like a feast for the eyes, basically, because there's just so much going on and so much to see, and at the end, a little bit of kind of a tease towards the future of something darker, of something going on, with Ortegas. So maybe that's where we're leading into in the next episode. So, and I watched the previews for these, and I kind of know what we're getting. You've seen the different episodes, you've seen them in different costumes, so I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll have that theme. We'll have like kind of a darker episode that kind of pushes things forward with the story more, and then maybe followed up with a little bit of a lighter, kind of a little bit of a little roller coaster kind of thing going on. But anyway, I mean, it was a blast. This show is fantastic. And my only problem with it, and I've said this a million times, is we're only going to get 10 more episodes this season. Then we get 10 next season, and 5 more to finish. So we're already looking at only 23 more episodes of Strange New Worlds, and that's it. And that's it's going to have a total of 45 episodes in total. So kind of crazy that it's kind of crazy that we are kind of crazy that that's actually what we're looking at, right? But that's what we have to deal with. So these days, there's really nothing you can do about it. We're not going to go back to the 45 episodes of Star Trek that we would normally get. So you just have to enjoy what you get and take it as it is, right? And I certainly did. So I will give 2 Vulcan salutes up for Strange New Worlds episodes 1 and 2 season 3, and looking forward to this Thursday and seeing what they're going to bring to the table then, So let me know what you guys think. Join me again next Tuesday, and we'll probably talk about more Strange New Worlds, and hopefully we'll be coming in with some more very exciting Star Trek toy news. We're getting ever closer to August, and some exciting things will be happening. So anyway, thanks for watching. Live long and prosper, and we'll see you guys in the next one.